If you live in Spain or need to complete any type of legal or financial procedure in the country, you're going to need your tax identification number. Depending on your situation, that number will be called NIF or CIF, and in many cases, it will be the same as your NIE or DNI. But what is each one exactly? What do they mean? Which one do you actually need and how do you get it? What is the CIF? The CIF is the tax identification number that identifies a legal company or a legal entity in Spain. So if you're planning to create a company in Spanish territory, you must request this additional number, since your personal tax ID is not enough. It's important to note that this CIF also corresponds to the VAT number, unlike many other countries where VAT and tax IDs are separate. Another key point, even though many people still use the term, the CIF no longer legally exists since 2008, as it was merged with the NIF. This does not mean that the process or requirements differ depending on whether it's for a company or an individual. CIF format. The CIF or NIF format is a leading letter followed by 8 digits, for example, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. The letter indicates the type of entity, A, corporations, B, limited liability companies, etc. Requirements to obtain the CIF. To obtain your CIF, you will generally need to present the written NIF application form signed by the company's legal representative, the representative's ID document, a certificate of incorporation status listing all corporate information, legal name, registered address, nationality, registration date, share capital, representatives, etc. How to find a company's CIF? If you want to look up the CIF/NIF of any company, it's very simple. Just follow the link in the description, type the company name, click search, and the CIF will appear instantly. How to find the CIF of a self-employed person? For a self-employed individual, autónomo, the CIF or NIF is very easy to identify. It is the same number as their DNI. And if the person is a foreigner, the CIF/NIF will be their NIE number. The CIF is made up of one letter plus 8 digits, for a total of 9 alphanumeric characters. The first character indicates the type of company or legal structure, A for corporations, B for limited liability companies, etc. The next 2 digits correspond to the geographical region of the company. For example, 58 for Barcelona or 28 for Madrid. Then comes a unique 5-digit code. And finally, a control digit, which might be a number or a letter calculated from the previous characters. And what is the NIF? In many cases, you won't need to apply for a NIF at all. If you're doing any kind of personal, financial, or legal procedure, you already have a NIF. Your NIF equals your Spanish identification number, which comes in 2 forms. If you're a Spanish national, your NIF is your DNI, formed by 8 numbers and 1 letter. If you're a foreigner, your NIF is your NIE, composed of 6 digits and 2 letters, which at the beginning can only be X, Y, or Z. Both numbers are issued by the Spanish Ministry of Interior. Differences between the NIF and the DNI. While the DNI identifies Spanish citizens for any general legal activity, the NIF is required for operations with tax or customs implications. If the authorities need to identify you bureaucratically, you need to sign a document, or you travel abroad, the DNI or NIE for foreigners is the document used. But if the procedure has economic relevance or relates to your personal taxes, then you will use your NIF. How to obtain the NIF? You must present the following 3 documents to obtain your NIF. Identification documents, such as your passport or the equivalent of the Spanish ID, a power of attorney if you are applying through a representative, common for foreigners who are not in Spain and prefer not to travel, and proof of residency to verify the consular jurisdiction for your particular case. And that's it for today's video. If you found this useful, don't forget to subscribe and give it a like. And if you're a foreigner with any legal questions about immigration, starting a company, registering as self-employed, or your taxes in Spain, contact us at info@balseisgroup.com and clear all your doubts today. See you in the next one!